Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 7.7 of pre-algebra math. Part 1, part 2 is available here at this email. And 7.7, simple and compound interest. We have a 36-point classwork sheet today, and we have 0 points of note-taking. And here are our objectives here, our standards. Applying percents and percent problems. Teachers, today's bell work, write the percent as a decimal. Students, and then write the percent as a decimal. So we have these two percentages here that students, you should write as a decimal. Give your students about 4 minutes. Okay, welcome back for the solutions of today's bell work. Number 1, as a decimal, 8.6% is 0.086. We move our decimal to the left 2 places, so that'd be 0.86. Same thing down here for write the percent as a decimal. We move our decimal to the left 2 places, 1, 2, and we get 0.004. So there are your. Into our lesson today, simple and compound interest. You've solved percent problems. You will calculate interest and earned account balances. And page 2 of your classwork, students. This is in your classwork. People buy bonds as a way to earn money. $1,500 bond earns 4% simple interest per year on its purchase price. How much will it earn in after 2 years? The amount earned or paid for the use of money is called interest. The amount of money deposited or borrowed is the principal. Interest that is earned or paid only on the principal is called simple interest. The percent of principal earned or paid per year is the annual interest rate. So there's a lot of vocabulary here, students, in your classwork. Make sure you get this down. Page 3, classwork, simple interest formula now. Simple interest I is given by the formula here. I equals PRT. And where P is the principal, R is the annual interest rate written as a decimal. And T is the time in years. So principal, rate, and time. And to our first example here, finding simple interest. Find the interest earned after 2 years for the bond described above. Here's our formula for interest. And then we plug in our values from the above situation. 1,500, we have a 4% interest, and we over a 2-year period. So find the interest earned after 2 years. Substitute 1,500 for P, 0.04 for R, and 2 for T. And then this equals 120 when you multiply these together using your calculator. So that is our amount there, $120 of interest paid after 2 years. First guided practice here. Students, this is yours here. For an account that earns simple annual interest, find the interest in the balance of the account. $500, 7%, 4 years. And students, yours is $1,000, 6%, 4 years. So, okay, pay attention so you can do your 4-point independent practice. We're going to do our 2-point guided practice now. Here is our plugins, 500, 0.07, and 4. Multiply that together, then we add that on. Find the interest and the balance. So the interest is 140. And then the balance will be 640 because we add that to the existing balance. So that would be that. And students, remember, that's yours. 5, 8, 2 points, 4 points. Okay, so when an account earns interest, the interest is added to the money in the account. The balance, A, of an account that earns simple annual interest is the sum of the principal and the interest, PRT. So the amount equals principal plus interest. Or amount equals P times 1 plus RT. Here's an important formula here for finding the amount in an account that's earning interest. Example 2, finding an interest rate, summer job. You get a summer job at a bakery. Suppose you save $1,400 of your pay and deposit it into an account that earns simple annual interest. After 9 months, the balance is $1,421. Find the annual interest rate. So, because T in the formula A equals P times 1 plus RT is the time in years, write 9 months as 9 over 12, or 3/4 of a year. For T here, you put in 9/12 or 3/4. Then solve for R after substituting values for A, P, and T, and A equals P times quantity 1 plus RT. So here is our formula. What are we going to have for our amount now? We have $1,400. 1,421 equals 1,400 times 1 plus R, and we know our time. We're trying to find our rate. So 1421 equals 1400 plus 1050R. 14 times this amount here is 1050R. And then we move this over here and we get 21 equals 1050R. Then we're going to what, class? We're going to divide both sides by 1050 and we get 0.02 equals R, or the annual interest rate is 2%. This is 2%. Okay, our guided practice here, finding the unknown quantity for this account that earns simple annual interest. We have an amount here, we don't know what it is, but we have a principal of $1,000, 2.5%, and after 2 years, students, this is yours down here. Pay attention so you can do your independent practice. Our guided practice now, our solution up here is, here's our formula, P times 1 plus RT. We have $1,000 plus 0.25, that's your rate here. And then for 2 years, we multiply everything together. We have 1,000 times 1.05, that's 1050. The balance would be $1,050 after 2 years for 2.5%. Okay? And that was lesson 7.7, simple interest. And if you need part 2, email me here. You need worksheets, class worksheets, quizzes, tests, tutoring, you name it. Email me here. Thank you very much.